here's the idea I'm going to present to you guys. Now, here's a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not saying that this is the truth. I'm not saying that I know this for sure. I'm not sure how many of you know about the story of Ötzi the Iceman. Do you guys know about the story of Ötzi the Iceman? If you look it up, Ötzi the Iceman, it is the oldest human body found in the Ötzi Alps on a glacier. And this particular mummified human body is dated to be about 5,000 years old or so, which would date very close to around the time of Cain. They found his clothes nearby the body, and his clothes were made of like fur and this kind of stuff, which would have been looking similar to that of an animal, especially from different points of view. They have determined that the death of Ötzi was probably an arrow, that he was shot with an arrow. Now, even to this day, Ötzi was not buried. He's on display. Ötzi the Iceman was dated 5,300 years ago or so, which would have dated back to the time of Cain. Somebody else drew a picture of what they thought, what he might have looked like as he was traveling. But again, something like this, perhaps from different angles, might look like an animal, especially if you didn't see the person's face. And if this particular man would be at a great distance from you, depending on the weather conditions. We have several things that line up between Ötzi the Iceman and Cain. Am I saying that Ötzi the Iceman is Cain? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we have some very interesting things that seem to be similar. Somebody might say, well, Ötzi the Iceman was found in the Ötzi Alps. That's quite a ways away from where they thought like the Garden of Eden was, or where they thought Cain might have been. Well, but Cain being a wanderer all of his life, who knows where he ended up? Could it possibly be? Just a question. Am I saying it is? I'm not saying it is. Could it possibly be Cain? Because this particular man, Ötzi, was killed by an arrow. He was wearing clothes that looked like an animal. He had marks on his body. He had tattoos, marks. He was marked. And he was never buried. Could that be what the scriptures mean by cursed from the earth? Or cursed from the ground, as Samaritan text puts it. In other words, you're cursed to never be buried. And even to this very day, even to this very moment, from what I understand, Ötzi the Iceman is not buried. He's on display, actually.